What's going on, Balance on Hand? I feel a lot comfortable now that I have three AIs. I'm working with three AIs now. I started with one AI, and it was good because that first AI, it basically built the entire Balance on Hand for me. And then I started working with the second AI, Devin. And Devin's more of an engineering, Pretty soon, it didn't take Devin that long to figure out the code and to start actually being a coder, actually generating code. And then, but the thing was that ChatGPT initially didn't have access to the code. I used to be able to copy and paste, but now I gave ChatGPT and Devin, they both have access to the repo. I've been asking ChatGPT to do the code reviews. Devin does the code, and ChatGPT does code reviews for Balance on Hand. But more recently, I've been using Claude. So now I talked to ChatGPT about what I wanted to do. For example, I'm like, right now we have a PWA app, but I think we need to create an app to put in the App Store and the Play Store. So I talked to ChatGPT about that. What's the best possible way to get into the App Store and the Play Store? Then I asked ChatGPT, I was like, hey, give me a prompt. And I give it to Devin, because remember, Devin is into the code. And then Devin will go through the code and come up with a plan based on what me and ChatGPT were talking about. And that plan is mostly, so me and ChatGPT were talking about, we talk about the plan and some of the technologies that we may want to use to get into the App Store. Devin is more closely associated with the code. So Devin can go and look at our plan and see how closely it is to the code. And then, once Devin does his plan, I go to Claude. And I'm like, well, Devin, and I say, Claude, review this plan, right? And sometimes I may go to Claude first and say, hey, ChatGPT, usually I go to Claude first, second. I say, hey, Claude, ChatGPT, we were talking. Can you review this plan? And Claude will go and review the plan and actually upload it to GitHub. And then I say, Devin, because Devin is going to be the one doing the code implementation. I say, Devin, go to that pull request, give me your thoughts on the plan. And Devin will go through, give it the thoughts on the plan. And I'll go back to ChatGPT. I'm like, well, we got input from Claude and Devin, what's going on? And I kind of go back and forth, but eventually I let Claude look at the final plan. ChatGPT look at the final plan, and I give it to Devin, like, hey, Devin, check this plan out. Do you have everything you need to implement this plan? And sometimes Devin will say, yeah, I can start coding, or Devin will be like, no, there's one more issue, or there's one more decision to address. If I can address it, I'll address it. If not, then I'll go back and talk to ChatGPT and Claude about the issue that needs to be addressed. But eventually, we come up with a plan. And that plan is a plan or a prompt for Devin to go ahead and implement. So that's what we're doing with the App Store, the App Store and the Play Store. So I'm working on that right now. I didn't know. What you mean I gotta get a Mac? I brought a laptop, a new laptop. at first I brought a laptop from Mini Cooper Service Center because in order to use the Mini Cooper BMW software ISTA, you need a computer with a Ethernet port, and I didn't have one, so I brought a laptop for that. And I've been using that for coding. I brought some more memory RAM for it, so I got 32 megabytes. But come to find out that you need a MacBook in order to run Xcode and to actually, you can create an app without a MacBook, but to actually test it and get it uploaded to the App Store, you need a MacBook. So yeah, we went ahead and brought a MacBook today. I didn't buy the Pro, I brought the Air, 16 megabytes, M5. So I'm working on that plan now. So guys, so the way it's going to work is the app is going to be free. So that's my counter positioning to the other apps in the app store, is that my app is free. And of course, all the other apps are, so there's some other free apps too, but the way I'm counter positioning, I don't think they're doing what Balance on Hand does. So basically, you have all the major apps up here, their pay, and I counter position Balance on Hand down there. So we can still compete in the same market spot, but it's going to be hard for them to crush me, because if they try to compete at my level, then it destroys their business plan. So I think as far as Balance on Hand, we have a good counter position. And I think that counter position is just going to help make the app successful. So stay tuned. I'm hoping that, I don't know, maybe within a year, we can be a $1 billion company. So we'll see. That's where we're headed, a $1 billion company. What do you do if you have $1 billion in the bank? What do you do if you have $1 billion in the bank? I have no idea, but I'll let you know when it starts to drop in the bank account.